Grand rising or grand evening, everyone. It's Shay Seeking or Shalonda, right? And yeah, so I just been kind of just sitting and reflecting on things, right? So again, um, yeah, we're not gonna be reading any scriptures or anything tonight. We're just gonna talk. There's a lot of talk about a lot of things right now on the plane, right? It's almost just like we're just gonna take like a Truman Show aspect to this whole thing when it comes to divine beings and also chosen ones or children of God or whatever, right? And like just all of the things that have been going on just in the biblical text and his story or this story um in my life with this whole energy again that's going on, especially here, like I said, I can only speak on what's going on in the Americas. And that's the whole thing, right? I know we don't really get that much news and media on what's going on in South America, Mexico, Canada, things like that. Well, I mean, we talk a lot, when things go on in the islands, we talk about it when it comes weather wise, right? I don't know if it was Brazil or one of these nations. I think I ran across something today that they're standing up. I saw a clip from the media where again I feel like it was a very emotional um, clip from someone from Hawaii, a man that was a first responder that was speaking about, the antidote. And it was emotional because a lot of people are going to be suffering from this. So not only whatever has been going on worldwide, we're also, and I would like to see what other continents are actually doing when it comes to this antidote. Do they have a choice, or is just America that doesn't have a choice? Right? Because we're so compartmentalized and divided, right? By portions, borders, right? Different religious aspects, um, and all sorts of things. So, and now just minuscule things such as, who's going to get the antidote and who's not. I don't even know what like I said, I'm not never here to tell nobody if they should or shouldn't get it. I just say ask questions, right? Which you should do for everything at this point in time. And it's just like, I don't know, like there's so much going on in the world. And I feel like sometimes, again, if you speak about things in public, people are waiting for you to say things about things that are going on. But it's almost like, how can someone be always the protector of other lives when they have to be concerned about their own? Right? Especially some of us, again, that have been isolated to a certain extent. Okay. And just like even in that book, I think it was a part when in the book The Spring, if you're on, if you walk with me on this channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. There was a part where Elijah and Shantland were arguing about, I think, Shantland squeezing Esther around the neck, and they had gotten into it. But I was thinking about it symbolically, where could that symbolize some kind of restraint or something closing in on someone so that they can't breathe, or closing in on someone so that they can't speak, right? So again, I was looking at it in a more symbolic, from a more symbolic standpoint. Which made me think about the Afghan issue and women having to wear masks and not being able to speak or teach. You know, we're talking about these schools. Again, we do know that when we're talking about that term, I don't know if it was Afghan or Taliban, where it has something to do with student. So again, this is what I'm saying about the education system, about how we've been educated. We don't see the true meaning of things, so that's why things are so jumbled up. And we've forgotten, I mean, common sense doesn't make sense to people anymore. They don't use their senses. People barely use discernment. They're just ready to just go with the flow. But again, we didn't come here to talk about this tonight. I came here to talk about the energy. They keep on having little clips about women that are speaking out when it comes to the Afghan issue. And I thought, I want to speak out. I want to speak out about the instances, like I said, that have occurred for the past couple of months. And the energy that I feel now after the 31st, where the so-called pullout happened, supposedly overseas. But like I tell you guys, I feel that energy heavy here in the Americas for some reason. And how now, they're saying that there's no communication. So it looks at it takes me back to my situation, what has been going on the past maybe year, really heavy for the past 8 months or so. Where whatever this energy is that has been here, that has been putting a noose or a squeeze on my life and my livelihood in all different aspects, where me being an intuitive, or me being someone who can see and sense, and again, I feel telepathically, obviously, I mean, just even with the circumstances that we spoke of that happened this week, right? It just has me thinking about this whole domestic terrorist, and how reading between the lines with a lot of these speeches that people are using. And it's kind of like a shame that they're using these major incidents that have happened over time in order to push this particular type of narrative, to turn Americans against Americans, in a sense, right? And it has me questioning something, because and it's just, I'm gonna just keep it real, right? So again, whatever situation happened, when this energy came in full speed ahead, right? It affected my home life, my relationships within the household. But at the same time, being someone that can kind of pick up on these energies, right? However they would be doing it, whatever equipment they would use, or whatever it would be that would naturally be, right? Spawn from natural connections, right? We're talking soulmates and twin flames and all of this energy. And it just so happens that I think one of the, I could look at this as a cruel intentions, as to during that time, there was a connection, right? I feel like I felt like, again, it was genuine. I told you guys something shifted there. I felt one energy there. I sensed and I picked up on that energy again. I think in that dimension, and then again in the physical. Something changed abruptly and a new energy came in. It's what it seemed to me, right? That last connection, I can sense the fading away about 2 weeks before the 31st, right? I'll say that after the 31st, it was something that I can feel like, I feel heavily, right? It's possibly even somewhat traumatizing, because at that time, there was a lot of breaking away, like I said, when it comes to personal relationships. But that connection was something that was felt deeply. And I feel like it was a tactic. Just love bombing and breadcrumbing, right? Into this. And so this may be different for other people that deal with this situation. But again, the reason why I separate my situation is because I feel like there is a different intent when it comes to me. There's different intentions there because of who I am. Just what it feels like to me and what has been done and what many would not like to come to the surface. So it leaves one in a situation where they are vulnerable. It leaves one in a situation where they don't feel safe. But I feel like just going through all this stuff made me kind of tough, and it hardened me to the point where it changed me. It changed me, absolutely. And I can't even say that it's in a negative way. When we're dealing with love and war. 2021, right? Different tactics would have been used 100 years ago, and 100 years before that, and 100 years before that. So I find myself in a situation where you have to be very vigilant, somewhat cautious, especially when, again, whatever energy you're around, it's kind of like the whole "are you that somebody" energy. I'm not just anybody. And like I said, I think a malicious, cruel intentions were involved with this whole energy of pulling that energy away. And I feel like, you have to come back and look at it as if, was this some kind of, it's making me think of fishers of men, right? Where Jesus was a fisher of men. I mean, didn't have you have to wonder. Again, we did a video on in depth on this a while back, but you just have to wonder, what are we dealing with here? And who are the real terrorists? Who are the real terrorists to terrorize a nation? And then when the earth starts to act unruly, it's whose fault? Because of the pain that has been inflicted on the earth for so long, possibly 20 years or more. And then to leave it stranded, or her. And to take away the very energy, whether it was there and it was mutual or not, the connection was there, definitely. To take away that one thing that was left, that was a form of a connection. I don't know. It just makes you wonder. And all of the tears that were shed during that time. And then to have to explain to my family again at this point in time why I am different. Because there's no more tears to cry. And many are missing who I was. Because it leaves it up to you to take the reins. While all type of walls are being built and all kind of connections and all kind of things are being built, and they continue to try to tear down one. Maybe the most valuable, strongest asset to even, like the weapons, be left in the hands of I don't know who. Now, it would be nice to know if it was something I didn't have to worry about. Then I wouldn't have to talk about it. But no, it's been to the situation has been turned where the very so-called, I wouldn't even say allies, the very so-called community seems to have gone astray to worship or seek out, I don't like that term, worship, other individuals for certain things. It's just very strange to me. It's very strange. And I know it's about breaking a buck. It's buck breaking energy. But I feel I'm very resilient, and I feel that that can be mistaken as ego or something else when it's just what any mother would do if she feels that she is being attacked or her children might be in danger. And I'm not just talking personal, family, and things. I'm talking about people in general. And it's just, it's very concerning because you see a lot of, can we call it like dehumanizing energy. And so again, it sometimes soon it seems like the people that can actually still genuinely care will be vilified. You will have to be a heartless bot, or someone that doesn't think about that. Someone that doesn't think about the way people feel. It's more about things that are material or paper, like money. I don't have anything against it, but I see it for what it is. So a man's life, or a man or woman, becomes more valuable than some of these things. Just meaning, it just makes me think about stocks and bonds and trading, lives, scattering, death. And it's, you start seeing it as something like that really festers, right? They have you afraid of this nothing, or this thing, right? Where in all reality, I think at this point, if it was as severe, we would all be dead. We have the perception of things that are keeping you safe, but again, you can still transmit the thing when you get the antidote. You can still transmit it when you have the mask, because they're ineffective. It's not effective, the ones that most people wear. And the way that they use them, it's even more disgusting. So I say that to say, just be careful out there, be vigilant. I say that to say that I think that some people that have some type of that have had some type of positions of power are using different tactics in order to lure people in. And it's very insulting, actually, at first, once you start to pay attention to the signs. And it just really lets you know that you might be dealing with some heartless individuals. Just, I don't know. I just feel like I feel this like controlling aspect, especially when it comes to women that want to stand up. That's when I feel they want to, we're talking about buck breaking, but they want to break hearts, causing dis-ease. You see all the frenzy that goes on when it comes to divine masculine and feminine energies, and how many people are gravitating towards that notion, or that, we see that again when it comes to certain males in certain communities, that, a lot of them are unavailable. Now we're talking polygamy, and we're talking about all these other things. Again, people should be able to do whatever they want, I'm saying, but you just have to really wonder how many lonely women, how many women are cleaving on to this type of energy. And sometimes I will have to say that I'd have to be embarrassed a little bit as to how far I let it go for me, and how much it affected my life. But I think that this was, like I said, on a different scale, because it's not even that it's just like some energy there. No, we're talking about actually me identifying what I feel was identifying that energy also here in the so-called 3D or in this dimension. So how far will these people go? And while we're concerned about what the Taliban might do, who else should we be concerned about? And what would they do? It's just a question. How far will some of these powers that should not be go to get a point across to some of the most powerful individuals on the planet right now? And who's in charge? Who's really in charge? And how far will they go? I can't help but ask these questions. Will anyone on this planet, especially here in the Americas, be safe when it comes to this type of behavior? Can they just pull the plug on your whole life, your online? Everything's going online now. On your whole business, on your whole platforms, how you generate your your wealth, different things. I always like to look at the deeper, because it's not just about me, right? We're already seeing it with people that are not wanting to get the antidote. They rather take the 99.7 or 97.9, whatever it is, percent chance of getting the thing. Some people have already gotten it, and they're already prone to it, or they're already there's another word I want to use here, but basically they've gotten it already. Oh no, but wait. We're talking about different strains or variants. But I mean, the antidotes seem to work for the different strains and variants. So, do you see? I don't know. I just wanted to question I just wanted to run a couple things by you guys, and it's a situation to be in. Especially, I feel like it gets tougher when they see that you're not really afraid, that you're maybe just being more cautious, and you're being more direct, and you're just coming back. You still have your bow bent. You haven't put the bow down and put up the white flag yet. But now things are simmering down. Certain people are disappearing slowly out of mainstream, possibly. So again, it would be easier to cull them. Yeah. I don't know. I just keep like thinking about like assassin energy. I know it's not nothing to joke about or anything. Like, it doesn't stop me from doing whatever I'm going to do every day or anything like that. It's just like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But my concern is when those who are not afraid to stand are not around anymore, then hey, we're going to have a lot of lost people. And I look at this on a scale of, well, damn, I would think, okay, some of us really should be being protected in a sense. Like, I mean, like, really. It feels like the protection. We won't go there. Is to protect those that may be the ones we need to be protected from. We can say that, can't we? Because that's just in general. So, I don't know. I feel like that's just what it is. And that at this time, I feel like that's what it is. And it's just, it's very sad, actually. Because sometimes I wonder and I think, like, damn, how many people can actually see what's going on? How many people actually see it and they're okay with it? And if it's the other way around and this is actually a whole protecting energy, well, damn, the person that's supposed to be being protected are the people that sure probably don't feel like it. I'll say that. So again, cruel intentions. But if it's one thing, I don't know, I'll maybe pick this up growing up. You'll never catch me being somebody that's scared and hiding under a blanket or anything like that. But I see what's going on. I see what's going on with the energy, and I see what it's trying to do. It's trying to take away the little tiny little bit of piece of uh, safety or whatever it would be that I would have to hold on to. And actually put you in very vulnerable situations to possibly be attacked. Hmm. I don't know. It's very clever. It's just some of us are really clever. The ones they want to think that are insane are very intelligent. And it's in a sense where, I mean, you look at the situation where some people, like I said before, have been used for coups and different things over time and didn't realize that they were a part of it. And then when they woke up and started to speak a different language or in speaking in different tongues, then it was time. People want to act like, oh, what is this? Right? This person is talking nonsense now. We must do something about it. Once your eye is open. I mean, and not to say that people's eyes aren't open already, but I'm just saying this is at another level. They probably would just been thought you'd already disappeared by then. And if not, then your voice can definitely possibly be silenced before you start blowing the whistle too hard. I told you it's like that damn. I'm gonna have to go back and watch Black Mirror again. My favorite one was the one with the social credit credit system or whatever it was, right? That was my favorite one, I think. And I think my least favorite was the one when, like I said, the girl. It was just strange to me, I guess. When the girl, the dating one was the second best one, right? And then yeah, and then I think the one with the girl was, being targeted by something, and everybody was just sitting there with their phones out. It's funny to be in that energy and sit there and see that you feel like that's what's going on. It's almost like some kind of experiment, some kind of social experiment to see how far they can push some certain things that have been going on. And we're saying we could be talking about your next door neighbor, and we could be talking about others. We could be talking about people in your community. We could be talking about your family, your friends, we could be talking about anything in general. Those who are somewhat targeted know exactly what I'm saying. So not only do you deal with things on the spiritual, financial, you're dealing with all of these things. It's putting the squeeze. But see, when they see the squeeze doesn't work, it's not affecting you, then that's when it's time to, get rid of whatever it is. So it's a messed up situation to be in a situation where the very place that your heart is, I don't know, it's like your mind, body, and soul is connected. That very connection. That you would want to run to, like like the Whitney Houston song. It's almost like that very energy is like I don't know, like a landmine, or like even like a. Could you imagine if one of your loved ones were you had been separated from them, and you were in danger, and you finally saw them across the field, and you're running towards them, but once you get halfway there, you realize that they have a bomb strapped to their chest. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, whoa. I love you, but goddamn. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I ain't even gonna lie. It's crucial. Crucial conflict. It's crucial. Yeah. Even in Lucifer, I think it was the part when the detective figured out that she was created specifically by God for Lucifer. And I still can't figure out, because she was the only one that could get him. They loved each other very much, and you know what I'm saying. So I still, you know what I'm saying. I don't see why was she supposed to be like a distraction or something. You know what I'm saying, for him. The morning star. The morning, because we know morning also is why I don't say good morning, because it means you're mourning something, and we don't want to be doing that around here every day. We don't want to put that energy out in this realm every day. It's enough. It's enough of it where we don't have to do that. And that whole relationship on that show is like push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. Very harsh. Even she couldn't even open up, really, right? And I think once she did, it was the last day he was going to be on the earth, supposedly, and he was supposed to go back down to hell, to the underworld. I mean, that show is very, I can really relate to the show a lot. So, we know that Jesus was a form of a star too. The bright star. I can't remember if he's the something star. So it's very detrimental, because it's even hard to speak about it, because you know that the counterpart could be in danger as well. And even if we don't think that they may be affected by the situation as well, negatively, right? It may not be to the extent of the person that's just like in the public that has been stranded with no protection, but possibly that individual could be used as a vice for the other individual to not speak on a certain matter or subject, because then what can happen? It's almost like a hostage situation when it comes to matters of the heart. Kind of is. And maybe that's why the push and pull kind of energy is there. Yeah. Romeo and Juliet, Othello, all these different in real time, huh? That's what they doing. That's what they doing. And the broken home. Hey, because again, some of us, this energy just kind of came in. We didn't choose to be a part of it. Just happened. We went through the motions. the silent war. Oh, it's just a very, oh my goodness. I mean, it just does seem kind of like a dictatorship, or just like a something very sinister. Uh, and you want to say, well, God got this, but sometimes you had to wonder which one. And when we talk about Christ is God sometimes in the Bible, right? Now, if that energy is being monitored and strangled and crucified and silenced and trapped, so again, this is where the misinformation about the religious aspect of God comes in, and why nobody wants you to hear somebody talking about what the real is, because it would really start making sense. And that's what I like to do. I got to make it make sense as to where has God been all this time. Have we been killing God? Over and over and over again, silencing, because we do know that we are the ones we've been waiting for, don't we? Just an idea. It's just an idea. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I just wanted to, I don't know. I guess we're just thinking out loud tonight. We're just thinking out loud. Of course, nobody wants to get up and abandon their throne. But there must be some kind of rules and protocol as to not overstepping. But it's very concerning when I'm hearing about some of these missiles and stuff that people are coming up with. And what are we really talking about here? Oh, we're dealing with a lot of targeted individuals. So I'm just wondering what we're really dealing with. It just makes you wonder. Make me wonder, even I had to look at a map to see where Eurasia would have been in the Americas, because we do know it went. Yeah, we're looking at northern portion of this continent, including, again, the northern portion of the other continent, because I see two. They say 7. I see 2. It's just a large body mass of land surrounded by water. Then there's only 2 in my eyes. So, okay. I think that's it, y'all. I don't know. Just let me know what you think. We're just randomly, I wouldn't even call it a rant. It's just random thoughts. Random thoughts. Yeah. So again, be vigilant. Be very vigilant in these times. And be supportive. I know we like to commemorate and have memorials, but we don't really think about the matters that are at hand, including the very people right now that are here to protect and serve. Police, even. That are being defunded and derailed. I think we did a video on that term in etymology, police. And we were wondering who the real police are. And what does it mean to defund them, or, again, mandate masks and other things to those particular people in order to allow them to be out in public or speak publicly. When we've seen people supposedly getting the antidote in front of us, but we've seen some of the tricks of the trade earlier on. But again, people forget so fast. So I just want to know what the whole thing is. It's just like, I mean, I'm just like, I'm at the end of my rope when it comes to what the hell is going on. If we could just be honest about everything, then it wouldn't be that much speculation, too many questions. Maybe if we get another professional other than, because it seems a lot of people don't agree with what Fauci is saying. So can we get some other people up in here? And I don't mean just some random people. And then this whole FDA thing. See, we ain't even going to go all the way off the rails. I mean, you had to stop and ask how many people actually really give a damn or trust that energy or that entity. First of all, see, I just don't know. I can't, y'all. I can't. I'm just saying. Once all the real thinkers are gone, I mean, I know it must seem like you might be tired of hearing some of these people speak, but you'll be crying for those very people one day soon if people don't start paying attention. It's just what I think. I don't know. And it's just like, if that's not it, then why is there so many indiscrepancies? I just can't figure it out for the whole entire life of me. So I think that was all I wanted to say. I'm not trying to get too far. Oh, you just see what I'm saying? I'm already in troubles. I'm already in troubles. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to give you a piece of my mind. Because you don't really hear people speaking this way. And it's just like, where are they? And I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying maybe they're being suppressed again, like some other people feel like they are. Some of us feel like we are. Who knows? But it's valid. I mean, I don't know. I feel like these are legit, questions. I mean, why protect somebody if they don't even realize that they are? So again, that makes me think it puts me on defense. Like, no, that's not what it is. Then that means that, again, somebody either wants to give me the perception that I should feel like this, or it is what it is. And that Americans may not be safe. Possibly even due to a change in status or some kind of. I'm just saying. Something that's written on a piece of paper. Is that going to define who's going to be treated and how? Because many people are still under misnomers. So-called white. Well, they do have Caucasian, I believe, there. But yeah, Black and African American are both misnomers. Now, I can say that white is a misnomer, but Caucasian, I'm not sure if that's a misnomer. I'm not sure if I want to consider that a misnomer. But I know Black and African American are supposed misnomers. So it's just something to think about. Take care.